I have been waiting 2 years for this day. The neighbors got the same idea we do. First fill of the season. When there's no school due to coronavirus, you get to work on the farm. Hey. Is there a scoop in there? Yeah. We're in. So while Dad and Matthew are filling the planter up, we'll see what we're planting into out here. So we'll be planting into this cereal rye cover crop, and we're not going to terminate it yet. We're going to plant into it today while it's small, but we're going to let it keep growing another few weeks here and see what happens in the field north of here. We did that last year, not by our own choosing, but because of the rain, and it worked out really well. And I know a guy that he likes to do it this way. Normally plant and wait at least a couple of weeks before you kill it off. The thing is, if we let it get big enough, it forms a really nice mat and will suppress weeds. In these cover crop fields, we usually spray them once post-emerge. All the soybean fields without cover crop, they'll probably get 2 sprays. That's what we've seen in past experience if we get the rye big enough. So cutting out that one herbicide pass right there is pretty much paying for the cover crop. Made a first little short pass. Everything seemed to be working good from in the cab. Now we're just checking depth. It looks all right so far. So far, everything's working right out of the shed. It's a good sign. We got our first problem. Row 16 quit planting. Let's see if it's just something simple. I'm not getting any seed. Should be getting some seed. 16 and 17 rows aren't getting fed from the bulk tank, so we think there's something in the hoses. Oh, we got them both filling up. Didn't find anything in the hoses, but maybe beans just bridged up. Didn't have enough calc in them yet. I don't know. Needs to be working out. Hopefully it keeps working. And we just had to stop again. 2 different rows, or 1 different row. Now we got 2 more rows. Give them a little tap with a wrench and they come on through. There's nothing plugging them. You could have something, cleats off the belt of the seed tender, but give them a little tap, they're coming through. Maybe they just need more talc graphite run through them, get slicked up. Kid's gonna throw a couple more scoops in there. Maybe we'll get those hoses lubed up and slippery. We'll be good to go. We got a paddle and we're gonna put some more graphite in and try to work it down there to the bottom. Get through this first load of seed and then we'll do a better job second round. Some neighbors working up the field across the road. Turn about the same time here. I have been waiting 2 years for this day. Why do I say that? It's the first day of planting 2020. It's April 20th, and we are planting soybeans, what we would call early again, which we did in 2018, and we had a record soybean crop. We had a farm record for us. Don't know that the early planting was all of that, but I think it was certainly helpful. We planted almost all of our beans the last week of April, the first couple of days of May. And now we're even almost a week ahead of that. Really good weather forecast. And why didn't we do it in 2019? 2019 was really wet. We didn't get started till the first week of May, and then it kept raining and we had to get the corn out. We finished corn on June 3rd, and then into the end of the first week, into part of the second week of June, we finished planting all our soybeans. So almost 2 months behind where I am today. So I'm excited to get these going out there. Just think of all that heat and sunlight, energy, rain, all the good stuff we missed out on those 2 months last year. So I'm excited to be back out in the field today. One little bug we're having a problem with, we got that solved. It seems like I've made 2 rounds with only 1 row acting up. We put some more graphite in, stirred it up with a paddle, and it seems to be working. We got it down the bottom, so that's a mistake I won't make again. Next year, 3rd year with our central fill planter, kind of preload the bottom of that trough before we get too much seed in there. Get more lube in the tubes, get more graphite and all of those hoses that connect every row to the big bulk tanks back there. Other than that, everything's going quite well. Everything pretty much just worked. No major issues out of the box, no electronics acting funny like that, nothing crazy. We're just moving along here, planting green into some small cover crop here, but we're gonna let it keep growing for a few more weeks. It's gonna get taller, we're gonna kill it off, it's gonna fall down, make a mat, keep all the weeds at bay. And if we can plant earlier, depending on how summer weather goes, get these cover crop fields planted early, the beans will come off earlier. The cover crop that follows these beans will get going even earlier and get a longer growth period before we get into winter. So lots of good things, I think, to planting early. So excited again to be out here. Things are going well. My son and my dad just took off after we got this graphite situation sorted out. We're going to put another load on the seed tender, and when I get this field done, we'll head off somewhere else and put some more acres in the ground. This is going to be our soybean field tracker field. So we got the wheat field tracker, we got that going. Actually posted that video, went live this morning, and now I'm already getting started on the soybean field. Here we are. Things are going really fast now. So get this soybean field done. Before you know it, we'll have a cornfield to follow and a popcorn field to follow. But stay tuned, we'll be coming back to the soybean field a bunch of times from today, planting all the way through harvest in the fall. The first field, the first soybean field is planted, it's done. We're driving through the field right up against it. That's gonna be a popcorn field. Going up to the end of that, crossing the road, another little 28-acre bean field. Knock that out and move a couple miles down the road to a 3rd field, assuming all goes well. But the field we're going to follow all season is done. Right when I finished, him and Dad pulled up with the seed tender, ready to fill me up. I should be able to plant like half of this next field with what I got. But we're done with the field tracker field we're going to follow the whole year. So it's planted. We'll be checking back on it in a couple of weeks. This coyote is not scared of us. Hi.
Mr. Coyote.
Just staying about 1 pass away from us every time through.